Oh shit. Satoru needs a real fucking revival right now. Cause this motherfucker about to go under. He was playing checkers this whole time. This is chess. This ain't checkers. Shit, you gotta have some strategy to this. Anyway, it's graduation time, and Satoru, he's trying to get homegirl. He's trying to get that, the girl, what's her name? Aya, whatever. He's trying to get her so he can save her. Turns out this motherfucker smarter than Kenya. And she said, oh, they asked her why she's so smart. She said, oh, my parents beat the shit out of me on a day-to-day basis. They made sure I was smart. She said, yesterday they smacked me upside the face and said, yo, you're going to read this book. I can't remember what it was. Oh, and you're going to learn how to play the piano. She said, if you don't play the piano, you're going to stick your hands up there. And if you know what that means, I can't remember what movie it was. Was it Godfather or was it Goodfellas? I think it might have been Goodfellas. Yeah, it wasn't Godfather. I think it was Goodfellas. The dude, they had a piano sitting there. He said, put your hands right here on the fucking piano, right? Had his hand right there. And he talked to the dude for about 5 minutes. He didn't do anything. The dude knew what was coming. And he talked to him for 5 minutes, then kicked the damn that stick that holds that heavy ass door up. He kicked that shit out and had the shit smashed in his damn fingers. So that's what the parents did to her and made sure she was smart. And he's surprised. He's like, oh fuck. Part of that is because she's a female. They get smarter a little bit quicker as kids. Men eventually catch up like around 20, 22, somewhere around there. But she surpassed him right now. Anyway, it kind of got weird. She was thinking that she was more mature than them. She said, oh, you guys stole some boxes from UPS so you could build a fucking clubhouse, and now you're playing superheroes, huh? And Satoru was looking like, damn. He said, I'm 29 years old. She knew exactly what the fuck I was doing. Damn, she got him outsmarted. He almost 30. She outsmarting him. Now, they thought that because the interaction was weird and that fat kid showed up, what's his name? Kaiser, whatever his name, Kaizu. He showed up and said, fuck that, man. Hangouts are cool. Hideouts are cool. And they thought that they fucked it up because it was kind of awkward. And they kind of clashed on some ideas that they had. Turns out, all that did was make her interested. And she probably liked that dude, Kaizu, whatever the dude is. He liked her, that's for damn sure. But anyway, after that, he's protecting the girl. It looked like the teacher found a fucking Vic. Looked like he found another fucking Vic. Because you see the girl walking through the class, to the hallway, right? She's walking through the hallway. It's the girl, the quiet girl. She wasn't quiet at first. She became quiet because she got embarrassed by Satoru. And she's walking through the hallway. Yashiro's looking like this. He's looking like, damn, look at the ass on that little broad. That's how he's looking. He's like this. He said, God damn. I thought he was going to do that. I thought he was going to say, God damn, just start whistling. Damn. I'm looking at this guy. I said, damn, he's looking too hard. Take a little glare out of your stare. Take a little pizzazz out of that shit. So it looked like he found another fucking Vic. Anyway, Satoru, he at least knows he needs to catch a predator. He's got to like the fucking show, because before he was thinking about saving people. And I said this before in other reviews. You can't save him unless you catch the fucking killer. Because if you don't catch the killer, he'll kill somebody else. Not only that, you keep interfering with this dude. You keep stepping on his toes. Eventually, like I said before, he's going to say, wow, how come every fucking time I try to do something fucks it up? Multiple times. And then on top of that, it's always this fucking kid. You don't think he's going to check into the shit? This is chess. This ain't checkers. So he finally said, he said, I still got to catch. He said, now that I pretty much saved, he pretty much saved everybody for the most part. Hiromi really didn't need to be saved, not really, because even though he was killed before, he was only killed because Kaio got killed. So being that Kaio wasn't killed, not necessarily saying it wouldn't happen, but it's very unlikely for it to happen. He only got killed before because Kaio got killed and they needed to throw the police off his trails. So being that Kaio wasn't killed, why would Hiromi be killed? Unless somebody else was killed. But we didn't hear about it. So obviously no one else was killed, which means that he has no reason to kill somebody and end up getting caught in order to cover a trail that didn't need to be covered because he didn't do it. He's got the perfect alibi. I didn't fucking do it. So it was no reason for him to, put so much energy into tracking Hiromi. Then on top of that, if he knows the fucking dude is looking at Hiromi, he's keeping an eye on Hiromi. So the dude sees Satoru interferes with Kaio. He sees him interfere with Hiromi. Now he's starting to see him interfere with Aya. And he don't think that shit would not raise an alarm. You don't know who's killing. The person who's killing will know you because they'll see you. You keep pronouncing yourself in order to save these people. Eventually, the motherfucker's gonna come get you. Quit acting like a fucking idiot. You gotta be like Chris Hansen. Chris Hansen, bang. You gotta do that. You gotta say, hey, have a seat. Catch this motherfucker. That would have been my whole goal. I'm not saying I'm smarter than him. And I'm not saying, because I would have been scared out my fucking mind. I would try to save the girl, but my whole goal is to catch the motherfucker. Because if I catch him, we end it. That's checkmate. If I don't catch him and I prevent him from killing 3 people, he'd just go on to kill 3 other people. It's just that simple. Anyway, when I first saw this part, I was like, damn, Yashiro's got this mother. He got the kids right where he fucking want them, at the hockey rink. The girl went to the hockey rink. Satoru finds out from Hiromi and goes to there. And at first I thought that Yashiro was going to catch the broad in the damn restroom. I was like, God damn, he's going to catch this broad in the restroom. Shit. And Satoru was so fucking stupid. He told them that the girl Aya didn't go in the bathroom. She went out the door. He goes out the door with him. He says she jumped in that truck. He sees the truck and he says, "Can you help me? Run him down?" They get into the car. Oh my God. This is the part where it definitely got fucking stupid. This fucking Satoru went full retard on this part. He straight blew all his plans to smithereens. Then in the car, he already told Satoru about the fucking bus. The fucking killer was on the bus and you told somebody about the fucking bus. You told him all your plans. Then he got in the car and told him, I'm trying to keep people from being kidnapped. There's a kidnapper on the loose. He said, we're playing like there's a kidnapper. We're playing like there's a kidnapper on the loose and we're saving these girls. Why would you say some dumb shit like that was the dumbest fucking thing. He done blew his whole cover to smithereens. This is before, at this point, I already knew he blew his whole cover to smithereens. Whether Yashiro was a killer or not, he did the dumbest fucking thing you could do. First off, you don't know whether he's a killer. Second of all, what you do know is you blowing your fucking covers. Third, if he is a killer, you done gave him he didn't need to plan anything out. You gave him everything he needed. You just gave him every fucking thing he needed to figure out that you was trying to stop him. When I saw that, I was like, this motherfucker. So that's when the teacher basically reveals himself. He says, you lied to me. He said, you said that you're pretending that there's a kidnapper, but you know there's a kidnapper. He said, because it's me. That's basically what he was saying. He said, the whole time, he said, I was trying to figure out how the fuck does somebody keep anticipating my moves? Aya, Hiromi, Kaio, all three times. And Satoru's there the whole time. Satoru knew about the fucking bus. So if Satoru knew about the bus with the killer, if the killer knows that the kid knows about the bus, that right there is his indication to say, damn, he saw the bus. He might have seen my tools. He moved the fucking tools, didn't he? The killer moved all his tools off the bus. So if you told, and he did it right after you told Yashiro, and you still told him that dumb shit. The killer knows that somebody was on the bus. You told him he was somebody somebody was on that you was on the bus. The killer knows his shit is on the bus. He probably knows somebody went through his shit. And he knows that you keep popping up in every place. So basically, he just what you call him? Satoru goes for some candy, find out some fucking laxatives in the glove compartment. I thought Yashiro was sodomizing these girls, like raping them up the ass or something like that. That's what the laxatives was for. But turns out he said he used it in order to get what you call him to go to the bathroom, to get a homegirl to go to the bathroom. And then he basically broke down everything. He says, he said 2 times I went to go rape some girl and you showed up. He said then there was one time he was getting ready to kidnap Kaio, right? But here's the problem with the Kaio thing. He said he never suspected that somebody knew about him. With Kaio, she was being abused. Satoru found out she was being abused. It is very likely that he could have been doing what he was doing to keep the parent from abusing the child. So that was not suspicious at all. There was no way for Yashiro to sit there and say, oh, Satoru must be trying to stop me. He don't know. He's pissed. In his mind, he's saying, damn, this kid don't know what I'm doing, but he keeps throwing the monkey wrench into my plans. He don't know that Satoru knows. He just knows that Satoru was in the fucking way. You understand? Then Hiromi, he said, damn, I was thinking about using Hiromi as an out, and this kid shows up around him. Then he was getting ready to kidnap Aya. The same day he was going to kidnap Aya, which is what I said before. Why did the teacher show up the same time, what you call him, was watching the girl? Satoru was watching Aya. I said right there on that episode, I mean, in my review, if he's following the girl, the killer is following her too. He might see you. He said, this isn't my car. This is a different car. I switched it. He said the fun thing about killing people is the difficulty. Basically, he said, Satoru, you gave me a Woody by having me go through all these hoops to try to, kill these girls. He said, you just made it all that much more sweeter. That's the only thing you did. They got to the fucking van. He veers off left and goes down into some damn camping site. And that's when Satoru, his head went down. He said, shit. He said, I'm stupid. He said, Yashiro's name was on the suspects list. He was in the vicinity where all the crimes took place. He knew about the fucking bus. So why would I give him any information? I don't really think that Satoru coming to the conclusion that Yashiro did it was the dumbest thing he did. I think him revealing his secrets was the dumbest thing he did. Because I think with the evidence we had, there was like a 75-80% chance that Yashiro did it, but it was still a good chance that he didn't, like 20%, somewhere around there. So we can't say for 100% sure, or well, you can't, 90%. If I get to 90%, I'm going to say that motherfucker did it. But we can't say for 90% sure that he did it. But why would you reveal your information? So anyway, after all these times that Satoru kind of ruined his plans, he says, I'm going to set him up just to find out if he did it. He told Hiromi that he brought Aya to the hockey rink. If Satoru's really tailing these girls and keeping them from there, he knew that Satoru was going to show up. He said, I did that, and you showed right the fuck up. He set everything up, set the dad up, set the hockey rink thing up, set Hiromi up. After all that happened, he said, you play right into my hand. He said, I play checkers, you play chess. I mean, I play chess, you play checkers. That was Satoru was the same age as this motherfucker. There's no way he should be able to outsmart him when he knows the fucking future like that. The boy knows the future. Now, at that point in time, you already know what Satoru was doing. Revive. Come on, motherfucker. I need you more than ever. Where's that fucking butterfly? Where's the butterfly? That's what I would be saying. Where's that fucking butterfly? Hurry the fuck up. Yo, hurry the fuck up. Where's the butterfly? That's what I would have said. I'm going to get this episode 5 out of 5. I wanted to say 4.5 because Satoru was just an idiot, but everything else about it was just awesome. They gave us all the information we needed to at least suspect Yashiro as the main suspect. And this motherfucker did that dumb shit. Okay, haven't watched the episode yet. Just came to say fuck you, Min. Thank you, I appreciate that. Min says he's struggling, yet look what he's wearing. He's topping 100 pounds plus. This is a cheap ass. What is this? What the fuck is this? Zorel or some shit? Man, I got this shit from Walmart, man. This is a $5 shirt. This shit is cheap as fuck. This is a $5 shirt. This shit's made out of some kind of off-brand plastic. That's what there ain't no goddamn cotton or nothing in. This shit is bullshit. Okay, the only person Min listens to is Min himself. No, I listen to other people. You chill, the streets love me. Okay, you chill, the streets love me. Okay, yeah, the streets do love me. Okay, they used to until he went Hollywood on us. I never went Hollywood on the streets. Okay, where One Piece at? It's gonna come. Where Toriko at? It's gonna come. I kind of got back home late, and some shit happened with the taxes and all. A bunch of bullshit happened, so that's what happened with that. But it's gonna come. Okay, I noticed earlier on the longer Satoru stays in the past, the more he acts like a kid mentally. I noticed the longer Satoru stays in the past, the more he acts like a kid mentally, and how he always says his thoughts aloud. I knew he would lead himself into the slaughter. Yeah, he lucky that Yashiro just drove him into a fucking river. At least he got a chance to survive. I would have just slid up out of the fucking seatbelt. Like pull the thing down, then slide up out of it, slide up from underneath it. Let myself go in the water because I gotta look like I'm dead for at least a minute. Okay, just because you wear a polo style shirt, they think you wearing Ralph Lauren. Yeah, I got one Ralph Lauren polo shirt, and I got that from a thrift store for like $3. Okay, that ain't even Polo Assassin. Yeah, that ain't even Polo Assassin. Is it a Polo Assassin or Polo's? I think it's Polo Assassin. I know what you're talking about, the fucked up looking horse. the dude, it's a weird looking horse or whatever. Okay, yeah, that ain't it's not even Polo Assassin that I'm rocking. Trust me. This cheap ass shit. I go to a damn interview with this shit on there, laugh at me. Okay, this nigga was on some light Yagami shit. Yeah, did I tell you I got hit with a fucking $500 bill out the blue, something that I never planned for? Came out the blue, but yeah, I'm fucked up right now. Okay, this nigga was on some light Yagami shit and played this nigga like a fucking piano and put him in the fucking casket. Right. He didn't think the fucking killer wasn't going to try to outsmart him. He's a dumbass. Satoru's fucking stupid. Satoru, I understand that he was trying to save the girls. Cool. But he didn't think that maybe the fucking killer was going to try to get him. I kept saying, be cautious. You putting yourself in danger by keep saving people. Not saying don't save them, but you got to find a way to catch the fucking killer. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got to find a way to catch the fucking killer. Okay, the Polo Assassin horse really be looking like it's about to assassinate somebody. Yeah. Okay. But anyway, go ahead and leave your comments, like the video, and subscribe, because I can't eat. I'm broke, nigga. I'm broke. And you got the power to change that. Polo Assassin killed that nigga in Boys in the Hood. Oh, yeah. Peace.